Hey, Strick. So, on Nice Guys on Business podcast, we have never offered a free gift, and today is the day.
Well, I think we've maybe offered junk gifts before, but nothing really handy like what we're going to offer right now. 5 ways to make money podcasting.
Oh, this is going to be really cool. So 5 ways to make money podcasting, turnkeypodcast.com/gift. If you go to that link, and we'll put it in the show notes, you'll see the one way that we have used to make a 6-figure income from our podcast, and we can teach you how to do the same thing too. Just get the free gift. Let's start there.
Once again, turnkeypodcast.com/gift.
Actively searching for their next future ex-wives. It's the Nice Guys on Business. Oh, yeah. They know how to treat the ladies.
We want to do our whole first dance by ourselves. I'm like, okay, did you choreograph something? They're like, no, but we really love each other. And I go, let me tell you, you do not understand how long 4 minutes is. It is a fucking eternity when you are standing out there on the dance floor, just the two of you, and you've got 100 or 200 of your friends standing, staring at you.
Well, I'm going to go then. And I don't need any of this. I don't need this stuff. And I don't need you. I don't need anything. Except this ashtray. And this paddle game. The ashtray and the paddle game. And that's all I need. And this remote control. The ashtray, the paddle game, and the remote control. And that's all I need. And these matches. The ashtray, these matches, and the remote control and the paddle ball. I don't need one other thing. Not one. Except the Nice Guys on Business podcast.
Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your 2 favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
Yeah, I thought in honor of my time back after several weeks away, I would have actually a real beer. I would have a Michelob.
Oh, a good old Michelob Ultra. Nice. Not at all watered down. That's what I'm talking about. So could you not get Michelob Ultra on the ship?
Well, I didn't have enough time. They kept feeding me old fashions.
It is tough to squeeze a beer in between all those old fashions.
It really is.
And you say you did not get the drink package, right?
No, but your tipping really does go very far on a ship. So they have a lot of bartenders. I spread the wealth evenly throughout the entire ship. We did not get the drink package, but we did get very heavy pours by all of our bartenders.
Nice.
Imagine what a 20 or so every day to a bartender will get you. It is truly amazing.
$20 tip. That's generous. That's a good way
I
to
kept
go.
looking at the tip jar, and I kept seeing these singles and maybe even some 5s every once in a while. I'm like, not enough to get somebody to pay attention to me. So if there was we always went right to the front of the line, which is always good if you're waiting at a bar. Right to the front of the line, extra heavy pours and generous bartenders. And of course, we also did have some very nice people that were on board that insisted on continuing to buying us drinks. So what can I say? We just have that give me a drink kind of face. So we ended up, I think I might have had a lot. Let me think. 2, maybe somewhere in the area of 35 to 40 old fashions over the course.
Jesus, that's a lot.
The course of 3 weeks.
That is a lot. Welcome back. My name's Strickland Bonner on the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler.
Hey.
If you don't know what we're talking about, that's right. Doug is back from his 17-day cruise. So let's talk a little bit more about that, because my experience on cruises, you got your little card, right? Your ship sale card, and that's how you pay. Were people putting cash tips in? Because I thought you just put it right on the ship sale thing.
Well, if you want to show your appreciation for a specific bartender or a service person, you just give them cash. I mean, that cash is king on the ship, even if they're and they use medallions now. Hold on, let me grab mine.
What the hell's a medallion? I don't know about that. I've been on Royal Caribbean the last 2 cruises I've done and have not heard anything about a medallion.
All right, so,
okay. And it's a little tap thing, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like just like your. I know you can't. It's not.
Yeah. It's a little Princess Cruise little logo.
It was great.
Thing,
So all I did was I had this around. It's on a lanyard. I had this around my neck for 17 days on the ship, and anywhere I went. What's really cool about this little medallion thing is that. My parents went with me and JJ. So we could say to anybody that worked on the ship, hey, I don't know where my parents are. Can you tell me where on the ship they are? And they look at their little phone, which had all the app on it, and they said they had all these little location spotters on your, in the ceilings of everywhere you go.
What?
So they could say, yeah, they're right now in the wine bar on the 5th level.
Get the fuck out. Are you kidding? I
So
didn't
cool.
realize it would also give your location away.
Very cool and very scary. all at the
No
same-
doubt.
all
Well, I
at
mean,
the same
that'd be
time.
great if you've got kids on the ship, right? And you needed,
Absolutely.
but I mean, outside of that, it's a little scary. Yeah, the Royal Caribbean's one. The last cruise I went on, they said, yeah, we got these little wristband things that have that where you just do a tap.
Mhm.
But I read a bunch of reviews, and the reviews were like, yeah, the tap works sometimes, but not really. And,
Right.
And with the cards, like everybody was saying, you tap the card now too, right? Like a credit card tap. And everybody's like, yeah, the card tap is just easier.
I
But
guess they've
I'm-
got the whole thing worked out now, because not only is that your tap to pay, if you're going to an additional restaurant, or if you're sitting at the bar and you don't have the drink package, or if you do have the drink package, they verify that you have the drink package.
Mhm.
The other thing that's really cool about it is that they will, if you're sitting at the bar and you have your medallion on you, when they walk up to you, yes, Mr. Sandler, what can I get for you?
Hang on.
Because-
Okay, wait a minute. Now, yeah, I know our listeners can't see the medallion, but it is
Right.
basically a little
That's
coin.
like a quarter. It's like a quarter, the size
and
of a
it's
quarter.
just the logo, the princess
Right.
logo, right?
Right.
So obviously, you've just clarified that wherever somebody is on the ship, they know they can look it up, right?
Let me see if I
But
can
are
get
you
this.
telling me that if you walk up to a bar and the bar's got 5 or 6 people standing around the bar, they can basically look at you and know specific, like they take a quick glance at their screen
Yep.
and it basically says, by the way, the person in front of you is Doug Sandler.
Yeah, because you have, when you sign up to go on the cruise and you set up your profile, which you must set up in order to get on the cruise, because on this medallion, while it's not physically on the medallion, when you tap the medallion, when you get on and off the ship at the ports, it will show your picture in
Right.
addition to showing your name and your information. So when you walk up to the bar, they have these like iPad looking things facing them, so we don't
Right.
see them, but they're all along the perimeter of the bar facing the bartender. So the bartender will walk up to anywhere you are at the bar. When you walk close to the bar, it has a proximity sensor and it says, oh, these 10 people are sitting at my bar right now. Oh, this guy is Doug Sandler. Yes, Mr. Sandler. And it will, they've even said number of times, yes, Mr. Sandler, can I get you an old fashioned?
Another old fashioned, because they see what you've been drinking all week.
Right.
Oh my
right.
God, that'd be
How great.
crazy, right?
Yep.
They walk up to you and go, oh, Mr. Sandler, can I get you? Oh, shit. You've had quite a few of these today. I think it might be time to cut you off, Mr. Sandler.
Yeah, they never said that.
Surprise, surprise.
That they never said. We did go with a couple that I don't know. I mean, they were wonderful. They were a wonderful couple, and I really liked hanging out with them, Chris and Katie. I just don't know how any. I mean, Chris, both of them, they could drink. You know me, I'm such a fucking lightweight, but they were drinking pretty hard, and they would have these wonderful drinks. The bartenders knew exactly what they were drinking. You never got to the bottom of your glass. You never, when they had they had the ultimate package. So they had the drink package, they had the upgraded dining, they had the internet, they had it all. Whenever they would sit down and have their glass of wine or whatever they were drinking, before they would even finish that glass of wine, the bartender was pouring another one on top
my
of that.
God.
So you don't know how many fucking drinks you have.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
So I've got a cruise that I've already booked for October next year
Right.
because it's a specialty cruise. I personally think the whole drink package thing, at least for me, it's just not a good deal. I mean, it's like $90 or $100
Right.
per day, right?
Right.
And I just don't drink that much. And Sally doesn't drink at all.
Doesn't drink at all,
And
right?
in the same cabin, you're not allowed to have one person that buys it and another person that doesn't and shit. But this cruise that I'm taking in October, it's included. It's built into the price.
See, that's the best thing. They should really do that, because I know that I know they try to cut the price of the cruise to make it attractive for anyone to get on. But the biggest challenge when you go on a cruise, it's like, oh, well, then they have the upgraded dining. And I looked at, by the time we were done, including excursions, we spent, in addition to the cruise, now keep in mind, I did not get the drink package. In
right.
addition to the cruise, I spent $3,000.
Jesus.
Now,
and you were
that
complaining about the 1,000 that I spent.
That
on my
includes
cruise.
things. So I'm going to tell you what that includes so you know, but that includes things like our parking was $400 for the 19 days that we were away.
Hang on. Oh, because you parked with the cruise line.
Well, I parked at
Like
a
their lot or something.
discount parking lot. But even though you park at a discount parking lot, even at $20 a day, by the time multiply that times 18 or 19 days that you're going to be there, and you're at $400. So
Yeah.
so the $3,000 extra included everything from the massages that JJ got, the upgraded restaurants, and we did a few of those, the drinks that we put on that we did buy and had to, paid legit paid, all of the other things that we, just little stuff, and an
adds up.
excursion that we wanted to go on, which was a little bit pricey. But, by the time we were done with all of that stuff, we spent another $3,000 or so. So, yeah, that stuff, I wish you could just say, here is my full laundry list of things. I can do anything that I want to on the cruise because I'm not worried about it costing extra. But that's not, of course, how they did. So the way that you're doing it in October with stuff like the drink package included, imagine, when you get a drink package, not only are you are committing yourself to drinking, but now you're trying to keep up.
Well, that's the problem, right? Like, I certainly don't need that.
Right.
Because
That's
like
15
I
drinks a
drink
day.
enough. It's not like when I'm on a ship, I'm like, oh, I'd like another drink. It's too expensive. Like every once in a while I might do that, but really that's not a bad fucking thing, right? Like I don't really need another fucking drink, right? But yeah, like I want to get my goddamn money's worth. So yeah, I'm gonna have another drink and then
Everybody
I'll
wants to get their money's worth when they're spending $100 a day per person, including the gratuity or service charge or whatever it is. The greatest thing for me for a cruise, and I think I said this to you before when you were telling me before I left, how you would like go nuts because it's just too much fucking time to be in the open sea. I love those open sea days. They were the greatest. No connection. I could, even if I wanted to see my phone, I couldn't. I didn't have an internet connection. I did not even look at my phone pretty much for 19 days.
Yeah, so the last cruise I went on was 6 days or 6 nights, maybe it was 7 days, right? And it was a monster ship. And I really
5,000
enjoyed
passengers,
it.
like 5,000 passengers.
Yeah, something like that, 5 or 6,000 passengers, right? And I really enjoyed it. But it's like by the end, I was still kind of like, okay, it's the same restaurants and the same bars and the same places over and over again. I like a little bit more of a variety, but I don't know. I'd be open to try it again. I probably wouldn't get bored, especially if I had the drink package, and I'm drinking more. I wouldn't care as much.
So a couple of days, one day going and one day coming back. Especially the one day coming back, there was some storms in California, and we were about maybe 200 miles off the coast of California, traveling from Mexico back to San Francisco. So we were right in the line of not raining, but we were right in the backwash of the storm coming back out to sea, and we were getting 15-foot high swells, which aren't waves crashing into the boat, but they are, rolling 15 feet. JJ was not very happy that day. And I just told my mom and Ted, I said, you guys just stay in the cabin.
Yeah, no doubt.
I didn't mind it at all, though. I didn't have any feelings of queasiness or anything. I'm like, hey, let's go up and get that, that seafood stew that we love so much. Oh my God. So many trips to the pizza, hamburger.
And the food was good.
I loved it. I thought it was great. I'm a sucker for a good buffet because I like a lot of variety in small portions. A lot of people just can't control themselves when it comes to buffet, but I didn't mind it. I love everything about it. I really did like, including the days at sea.
Okay. Well, I think the next time we get together, you and I will have to maybe consider doing a cruise for our next turnkey trip together to get business done.
Well, JJ even suggested it. She said, I think she's I think she's done with cruises.
Yeah.
She might consider maybe doing a river cruise or something, but she really doesn't like the rolling of the sea. So she would have preferred not having that be an intricate part of the voyage. But river cruises, she did suggest that. But she said, hey, this might be a good idea for you to do like a turnkey meeting with Strickland. And I'm like, I love this idea. This is great. So it'll be you, me, and I guess you at the poker table and us at the buffet and doing our. We could do that for a week. That'd be kind of fun.
Totally. Okay. Sounds like a plan. We'll have to work on that.
I would love doing that. Now, I did not have a chance to listen to the entire episode with you and Vera / Sally and Emily, but I did listen to some of it. I enjoyed it. But then I noticed that the following week, this was last week, there was a classic rewind episode. So I know there's a whole story behind it. I asked you what that was about, and you said I will explain it to you when we're on the podcast.
Yeah, and of course the reason that I need to explain it is Doug was like, "Oh, I guess you ran out of time to find someone." In other words, Doug's presumption is I was not prepared and didn't plan well enough, and that was 100% not the case. So,
what was the case exactly?
In the episode with Sally and Emily, at the end of the episode, I specifically said, and I think I might have even tagged it at the beginning. I specifically said, "Look, next week is going to be open source episode." Okay.
What does that mean?
I'm going to put a link in. I actually created an event. I created a Facebook event for the group. And I said, here's the link. Okay. At 6:30 Central Time on this Wednesday date. Jump in. Here's the Zoom link. Come in and say hi and talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Commercial,
and
no commercial, whatever.
And you can be part of the Nice Guys fuckery. And a couple of our regulars were like, "This is great. I'm excited. Got it on the calendar. I'm going to be there."
Yes.
And then I think I put a post in the middle of the week as a reminder, and I definitely put a post the day of. Hey, don't forget, it's tonight. Here's the link if you need it. Come and check it out.
Obviously,
and
not enough notification. It sounds like
I should have. Right. So if I had like 3 times a day all week put reminders, it would have done better.
No, obviously, you didn't send any text messages to anyone, right?
Well, no, it's funny because in our thread with Jared and Tim, there were a couple of mentions of like, looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday. So they didn't forget. So anyway, I get there on Wednesday and I wait around for about 20 minutes and nobody joined. And I was like, I could have been, I was thinking to myself, I could have been just yapping away for the last 20 minutes waiting for people to get there. But I just wasn't in that headspace for that.
I got you.
So I ended it. And then on Thursday, the next day, I did record a little intro. Oh, because I think because we had one voicemail, right? And I actually got a text from Jared the next day, and he said something like, "Oh, dude, I'm sorry I missed you last night. Something came up and I couldn't make it." And he said, "And now I feel even worse about my voicemail message," which we'll get to hear the voicemail message, but I'm guessing it's going to reference that, right?
Right.
And so I told him, "Hey, no worries. Nobody showed up anyway." And so I recorded a little intro, 10 or 15 minute intro that basically said, "Hey, everybody, here was the deal. This was what it was supposed to be. Nobody showed up." And then I went on to say, this is not a terrible thing, because if it had been Doug, Doug would have just
cried.
Laid out the Jewish guilt and cried and moaned about it for the next 20 minutes or the next 10 years, probably.
Don't you know that's the story of my life, though? My fear of always throwing a party for my 2 kids and no one showing up. And in spite of the fact that everybody RSVPs that they're coming or they're excited about it. And you're like, then you start do I have the wrong day? Am I supposed to not be here today? Did I tell them something else? Maybe I set this for next month. Did my post not actually go through? And then I get at, what's the 5 stages of grief? It's a 5 stages of being fucking stood up. I'm like, no, I'm sure you handled it properly. You handled it really well. I would have gotten my panties in a bunch and gotten them upset.
I even said that in my intro. I said, it's really good that this wasn't Doug, because this is exactly what would have happened, and exactly what you said is, I said, but for me, you know what? I love you guys. And somehow every week after fucking 10 years of doing this, we get a couple thousand downloads of the show.
Yep.
And then I talked about a couple of shows that I really enjoy, some of which I listen to very regularly and have never called into.
Right.
And some of them have made requests of like, give us a feedback or whatever. And I've never done it. And I know that I've never done it, not because I don't enjoy the show, but there are some shows that I just want to listen. I don't want to, I want to be a fly on the wall. And that's basically what I said. I said, for those of you that want to be a fly on the wall, and obviously there are a lot of you out there, because we still get thousands of downloads every goddamn week. And you know what? I am so cool with that. Right. And for those of you who wanted to be there, but you got busy or something came up or you forgot, that's okay too. We have busy lives. You guys are still listening. You're still downloading. And if you are enjoying what we're doing, that is all I care about. Well, so I made it very clear that I was not going to guilt trip anybody. I'm very curious to hear what our 2 voicemails are. One of them is the one from the past week from Jared, apparently. Don't know what the other one is. But we have them all ready to go. And I want to reiterate my stance from last week. I don't fucking want to make anybody feel bad for not being there. It is okay. Still love you guys just as much.
And that's why I am here, because I would like to guilt trip everyone that did not show up. No, I've 19 or 20. I forget. I left on the 25th to go get my mom. So I think I was pretty much out of commission after the 25th. So it was almost a month. I mean, it was solidly over 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
And I, a lot of things start to come into perspective when you've taken that much time off. And you're 100% right. There are some things in my life that I take way too seriously, but more importantly, some things I in my life that I take way too personally. And nobody's doing it to attack us, and nobody is not showing up because they don't like us. Unless they are all bots that are listening to our podcast, and I don't think that it is.
I don't believe that's the case.
So we appreciate you, no matter silent or loud. We love everybody that's in our audience. We're just curious who the hell is in our audience. I mean, we know our regulars who is who, but the other folks, we don't know. We don't know who you are. And you know what? That's okay. That is okay. I think that we should have a cruise, go on a cruise, invite everybody, and pay their way and see who shows up then. Let's see what.
Oh, okay. So not only, like, we've made offers before where if you show up, we'll buy you a drink.
Yeah.
I think we've made offers of if you show up, we'll buy you dinner.
Right.
Like a nice dinner. Nobody has shown up. What would happen if we said, if you show up, like, it'll be a cruise out of LA, and all you got to do is get yourself to LA,
right?
And we'll pay for it. That would be interesting.
But you do need a license and you need ID, and you need a passport. So if you don't have a passport, you can't get on a cruise ship out of the United States, because I think legally every cruise out of the United States has to make one foreign stop.
What? I have not heard that. Is that true?
Chat GPT that, because I'm very, very curious if that is actually reality.
U.S. cruise have to stop in another country?
Let's see. The answer is
no, but most of them do. Let's say the Passenger Vessel Services Act of 1886. Oh my God. Requires any foreign flagged ship make a stop in a foreign country when traveling between 2 U.S. ports. The exception is for cruises on a U.S. flagged ship, which are
Yeah,
not
that's what it
subject
is.
to. Oh, so but basically, none
What-
of the big cruise lines
Ask
have
that.
ships that are flagged U.S. because it's too expensive. They're
Right,
all
exactly.
flagged.
So like
So-
Princess, Holland America, all of them, they are not all US based cruise companies. Well, you
Yeah.
think that they may be, but they are not.
Interesting. Oh, no. Well, here we go. How do Alaska Hawaii cruises bypass the Jones Act? Turns out oh, wait a minute. Relevant laws about, right? It's a mix of oh, yeah, because that's right. Your cruise stopped in Mexico,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
Did it have to do that?
Yes,
I wonder.
ours did. Ours did. It had to. I asked,
Interesting.
why does Princess have to stop in an out of the country port? And the answer was yes, it has to.
So interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, anyway, sorry. I was looking up our downloads.
Oh.
Um,
A lot of drinking, a lot of eating, a lot of open sea days, a lot of old people. We were probably by 10 or 15 years under the average age of any other cruiser. And while that was, while it was, certainly a slower pace, it would have been nice to have some other. We found the only other quote unquote young couple under 60, found the only other young couple on the ship and just had a party time with them. They were just our best friends on the cruise. It was great. Chris and
Now-
Katie.
on the cruise that I went on, and again, this was 6 days, and it's Royal Caribbean.
Mhm.
There were plenty of kids, families,
No kids.
but
Yeah, no
not
kids.
on this cruise.
No. I think there was maybe 5 kids on the entire ship.
Really?
Yeah, no kids club, no any mention of kids. No.
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh, that's so interesting too. I forgot about that. Because yeah, there's a whole fucking section of
right.
like
Yeah, no
for
section.
but they don't even have that. So
No.
yours is really an old people's cruise.
Well, if you think about the time and the length of the cruise, it was a 16-night, 17-day cruise. And
Yeah.
it was during the school season. So it
Oh,
was in
yeah.
October and November. And it was the length of time that what little kid could get off of school. Now, there were a few little kids on the ship, but mostly not. So,
Very
yeah, no
interesting.
kid stuff at all. A lot of
That would be
geriatrics.
that would be a kind of a nice cruise. I mean, the kids were like, I mean, this was a big ship, but it was definitely a little annoying because they were fucking everywhere.
Yeah, well, and you know me and old ladies, Strickland. The old ladies love me.
They love you,
Because
yeah.
I'm so polite and kind, holding
doubt.
the elevator, helping them with their wheelchair, the whole thing.
No doubt.
Oh
No
God,
doubt.
yeah. Carrying their buffet tray back to their table, all of the things.
It's like when on the airlines, right? They go, okay, how many pre-boarding passengers do we have, right? And so
Yeah,
of course there's people that are in wheelchairs or need assistance, right? And I remember coming back from a flight from Miami Beach, one
Miami,
time,
I was gonna say,
right? And it's like coming out of Miami, it's like the pre-boarders, it's like half the fucking
Right.
plane, right?
Right. Hey, so we're almost into December of 2025. If you're listening to this in replay, Southwest is just about to change their entire seating process. I think in January of 26. I think it's when it goes into effect. Now, it wasn't in effect for the new one for this cruise and the flights that I took. I went and got my mom and Ted, her boyfriend, in Baltimore, and I brought them back. And let me tell you something. Southwest has a legit act together when it comes to helping old people from the moment that their vehicle drops them off till the time they get on the plane, and then getting their bags on the other side too. They are so catering to older people. It's crazy. And so I felt very confident about putting my mom on the plane, not on the plane, but just having a driver take her to the airport, because I was concerned about that in the beginning. But after watching it in action the first time through, coming from Baltimore back to LA, I wasn't worried about putting them on the plane at all. They are basically carried from beginning to end of the journey.
Nice. I do love me some Southwest, but I'm going to love them a little less when I have to have assigned seating and all that. One of the things I liked was the open seating and also the no charge for bags. Now, I've got that Southwest credit card, so I still
Right,
don't have to
right.
pay for a checked bag.
Right.
But I was thinking, oh, geez, I may be flying a lot of different airlines
Do you think?
moving forward. But here's the thing. I had a companion pass for Sally
Right.
this past year.
Right.
Didn't think I was going to get it this year.
Did you?
I think I might. I'm really
Oh,
close.
well, then
Something
you-
happened. Like you can see the number. It's you need like
Right.
I don't know,
right.
135,000 fucking miles, right? For that. And I don't know how the miles add up, but as of a month ago,
Yeah.
I was like 25 or 30,000 miles away from it. And I'm like, no fucking way. I'm going to
Dude, we're gonna
spend
get
that
it
much
because
money.
because remember, some of them it's like 4x or 6x points if you buy certain things from the yeah. Go ahead.
Well, that's the thing. Something happened. And about 2 weeks ago, I got like 20,000 miles added. So I am like 6,000 miles away right now. I'm like, shit, I can spend that before the end of the year.
I think they may have now. I don't know your card or the expiration date, but I think on the renewal, I think you automatically get like 20,000 points on renewal.
But you get that at the beginning of the year. So I already had that on.
Oh, you had that already. You
I had that already. But yeah, I'm only like 6,000 miles away now. I'm
You're
like, well, shit, I'm
so
flying to
gonna-
Albuquerque
so
and I'm
gonna
totally
get it.
going to make it.
You're
So
gonna-
I'm stuck back on Southwest because, Sally flies for free with me. So
I don't think it will be stuck. I think although it is a newer system than the old system that we knew and loved for, decades, and I don't remember the system being anything other than what it was. We learned the system and we worked the system. Now, the new system is going to be a system also. And you know that there's going to be ways to work around everything that's there, whether it's the upgraded credit card. And I think there's a next level of a credit card too. Do you have the next level? Like there's not there's one that goes beyond the 199. I think it's like $300 a year or something like
shit.
that, but you get extra flight credits. It's not like you're spending it and you're not going to be using it. You're going to get still benefit of paying the extra level. But I think there's another level of the credit card that will that would work for us too.
I haven't looked that up. We'll have to check it out and see if it would be worth it. I know you're not flying as much, but I'm thinking about going to Europe this summer. But I know Southwest doesn't go to Europe. I know that's the one thing I'm thinking. Maybe I'll spend a little extra money for like business class instead of economy because you're on the plane so fucking long.
Yeah. Well, and you're coming from Texas. I was going to say East Coast, you're a lot closer, but you're here in Texas. But for us, it's a 14-hour flight.
Jesus.
And that's a long time to sit in economy. And you probably do want to do business class, and it will be probably about $1,500 per round trip ticket.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
a lot.
not, it is not cheap.
But that's what you did when you went to Italy, right?
Correct. Every time
and
we've
there's
flown there,
like-
we've done.
Business class, and then there's first class, right? You did the in-betweener.
Correct. That you don't have to go first class to be in a more comfortable seat. Also, keep in mind that when you fly like Lufthansa, or I had my problems with Lufthansa, but if you fly Air France or Lufthansa or any of the international flying airlines, they generally have slightly larger seating to begin with. So even the economy is a little bit more roomy than the economy on Southwest. And you get food. You get, and they feed you a lot on the plane.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll
that
have a
makes
good
sense,
time.
right? All the American airlines, Americans are fatter, but it's smaller airplane seats, so they can
Right,
fit
right.
more on, right?
Right. I love what you presented the idea to me. I think when I got back, you said Sally and I are thinking about doing this thing where we go to Europe for a month or whatever it is, and you work and pleasure at
Right.
the same time. And I think it's a great idea. I mean, I have toyed with that idea for so many years, especially since being with JJ, because she loves going to Italy. So Italy for us, I think it's like 8 or 9 hours later there, so it's
Okay.
not quite as bad for you, and it's like 6 or what would that be? 5
or
or 7
7,
hours or
something,
something
yeah.
like that. So it's not quite as bad. You just have to adjust your working schedule, and if
Yeah.
you're there for a month, you don't feel like you're missing out on vacation because you're working.
Right. Yeah. I've never been to Europe and I really want to go, but the idea of being on a plane for, 10 or 12 or 14 fucking hours to be there for like 5 or 6 days
Yeah,
or a
you
week
don't wanna
and
do
then
that.
back again, I'm like, I don't want to squeeze all the touristy shit in and feel like I'm exhausted when I come home. Like I want to go like take a week vacation, right? And do casual touristy stuff for a week.
Right.
And then work from there for like 2 or 3 weeks. And then like on the weekends and the evenings, go hang out and go, I want to be with the people, not just do the touristy shit.
Great idea. I don't know where you're considering. Have you thought about where you were going, or you just kind of planted the seed of, we think we want to do something like this?
Totally planting the seed, have not done any research of like where I want to go or where we would like, because we probably wouldn't stay at a hotel for a month, right? There's got to be an Airbnb.
Airbnb.
Thing.
Yeah, I definitely want to do Airbnb. You have the conveniences of your own home. You have a kitchen there. You can cook your own meals. You don't have to rely upon eating out. Eating out for 30 days in a row. That's a lot.
That would be a lot.
I really think this is something that you should do. You guys should really, it gives you a chance to get away, and you're still connected if you want to be, and you're disconnected when you want to be disconnected. But I think it would be a really good thing for you to do that, just to enjoy yourself.
I think so too. That's right.
So as of the airing of this podcast episode, it is Friday, November 21st. 2025. Saturday, November 22nd, 2025, Doug Sandler comes out of retirement as a DJ.
Oh my gosh, is that this weekend?
Yeah, that is.
You're
this
doing the wedding
weekend.
after party this weekend.
Well, it originally started out as me doing the after party.
Uh-oh.
And then they called me back. They said, hey, any possibility that you'd be available to do like the dinner time, the cocktail hour, and make the announcements for the party too? I said, sure, no problem. But is the band still going to be there? Oh, yeah, we're going to have the band there too, but the band's going to really just be doing dance music for the main part of the party. I'm like, okay, well, the band doesn't want to do like the first dance.
Right.
Like, why would they want me to do the fucking first dance?
Right.
I don't know. But anyway, I don't really know how I'm on the West Coast. I'm far different than the East Coast. I don't know the rhythm of a party here, and I'm about to step into it. They have me like on an area that I'm DJing for. The dinner is in a separate area than the great room where they have the party. So I said, do you need like multiple sets of equipment? Like, and then they're putting me up like high above, like, and they need me to do announcements, and they need people to be able to do toasts. So I'm like, well, how are we working out microphones? And so I sent them all my questions, and she's like, oh my God, I appreciate your level of detail in all of this.
Yeah.
And that's, I just want to know. I don't want to be there and surprised. If I need an assistant, then is somebody at the club going to do that? Am I going to do that? What am I doing? So I think they're working on all of the answers right now, but it's just like the rhythm and the flow of the parties here, I feel like are going to be a lot different than we're used to back on the East Coast.
Yeah, that's weird, because obviously you and I have been in the industry for so long. Everything that you just mentioned is exactly the kind of questions I would ask also.
Right.
And if this is an agency that has done weddings, why wouldn't they have thought of this? Like,
I think they thought about it. They're just telling me now. I think that was always, maybe this is just a part of their always agenda. And I want to know, hey, look, am I going to be if I'm plugging into the band's equipment for audio for the main part of the party, the after party, then that means the band can't be breaking down equipment as I'm doing it. Also, do I need to talk to a tech guy to know what kind of connections? Do I bring the connections? Are they bringing it? Am I using your microphones, my microphones, your speakers, what am I doing?
So many questions.
But I'll get there. You know me. I'll get there like
and locations.
9 a.m.
It sounds like if the dinner is in one room and the band reception is in another room, that's another technical issue.
I looked at the layout from the floor plan, and then I looked at pictures of the venue. I just looked up the venue on Google Images, and it looks like this quote unquote catwalk where I'm elevated is the area in between. So if I turn to my left will be the dinner area. If I turn to my right, it will be the dance area. I think it's all one room, but it's separated by this catwalk and walls. So I don't really know the layout since I've never been in there, and it being my first gig with this agency, I certainly am trying not to create any waves.
I know, but not only, well, on the one hand, you don't want to create waves, but on the other hand, you don't want to fall on your face either because of these things that maybe they haven't thought about, right?
Yeah, well, they had to have thought of these things. So.
I would think, but I wonder if this is one where it's like, this is that agency where they have one band, right?
They have a band, correct?
They have a band. So
right.
It doesn't sound like a situation where the band doesn't know how to run a wedding. I can see that, right?
Yeah,
like maybe it's some great, amazing club band that the band, but they don't know how to do announcements or line people up or how to run a schedule or do toasts and shit like that. It totally would make sense. Like, it doesn't sound like that.
Would you, if you were having a DJ add elements to a live band event, would you feel more likely that the DJ would be making like and ladies and gentlemen, introducing for the first time in public your new couple, or would you feel like the band would be doing that?
I would think the band.
Because
when I'm the band, I want to do that because I want to be in control and make sure it all flows well.
That's exactly what I thought. I'm like, I saw their agenda, the show flow, and I'm like, DJ makes first announcement of bride and groom. I'm like, what? Okay, I'm happy to do that, and I don't mind it. I'm not scared of doing that, and I have the right equipment. And you tell me what you want to say, what you want me to say. But it's like, okay, now I'm also announcing the toasts in the event too. I'm like, okay, no problem doing that. But that was so not what I was thinking. I think dinner music is like background, not involved, and then after party I can see. But even after party, I don't even anticipate needing use of a microphone because that's generally the party is going and you're just keeping up the momentum of the party. But, again, I'll find out when I get there. I just don't want to come across as not professional or not knowing what I'm fucking doing. That's the only thing.
I went to a wedding recently, a couple of months ago, a friend of my daughter's, and it was a lovely wedding and really nice. But the schedule... Right. This is one where the ceremony, the ceremony is in one room and then you go to another room for cocktails and you come back into the main room. So it's like one big flip the room kind of thing. Right. And so we did the ceremony and then we do cocktails and then we sit for dinner. Right. And they announce the bride and groom before dinner just to bring them in so they can sit and eat. Right. But then we go all the way through dinner. And then after dinner is done, we do toasts.
And then we do the
cutting. Cake cutting.
Like nobody's danced yet once.
Right, exactly. So we've been there for fucking 2.5 hours or without and like everybody's eating and you're fucking tired and it's like nobody has danced yet. And then they finish the cake cutting and then they're like, okay, we want to get everybody on the dance floor for a picture. And I'm like,
picture,
oh, what the fuck? Now this was the one good thing that he did. Oh, I know. And then it was first dance, right? It's like all the toasts, first dance. The bride and groom do the whole first dance for themselves. Oh my God, no, right?
Too long.
And too long. I'm fucking bored. And then he's like, let's get a picture. And my first thought is like, fuck, when are we going to get the dancing going? Everybody is falling asleep here. Well,
I'm hoping
they get everybody on the dance floor for the picture. And he's doing nothing to line people up for this picture. And the photographer is not doing a lot. And I'm like, fucking somebody, give me a goddamn microphone. Let me do something, right?
Strick took over.
I wanted to, but I was like, it's not my place, right?
Right.
But then as soon as the picture gets taken, he goes into dance music. And I'm like, okay, that's the first good thing you've done, right?
Right.
Like, everybody is already on the dance floor. So you play dance music immediately because they're on the dance floor. The picture was staged on the dance floor. That was the first smart thing he did. But I was thinking the same thing. Like, do they just do weddings differently here? Because, dude, you and I know, and I know you did a lot more mitzvahs than weddings. People, brides and grooms would say to me, hey, we want to just do dinner and speeches, do everything
Get
up
them
front
out of the way.
to get it out of the way. And I'm like, no, you don't. Like, no, you don't understand. Everybody's going to be falling asleep.
Right.
I'm like, as soon as cocktails are done, now you've already got people that have been sitting around for 30 minutes.
Get
at
them
the
fucking
ceremony,
dancing for at least 20, 30 minutes.
You have to.
Right.
You have to do dance music right away. Otherwise, everybody is fucking bored and tired.
They don't get it, and that's okay. I'm not expecting to walk into an environment where on gig number 1 I'm going to take charge. I mean, I will not let the event go south, not at all. No matter what, if I have to fucking play Simon Says, I'm going to get people going on the dance floor. But I hear you. It's like, okay. I see the schedule. I don't. I think about the weddings and I've done hundreds of weddings, but thousands of bar mitzvahs. So I'm very familiar with the wedding scene, but it's like, you still got to keep people up and going. You got to keep the activity lively.
You got to pace it, man. You got to, if it's a served meal, I am always like, yes, we're going to dance in between the salad and the main course. Hell yes, we're going to do that.
Especially if you have a catering facility that is not able to turn, within 20 minutes, turn those salads into dinner. It's like, you don't want people sitting for 20 minutes. 20 minutes talking is like the kiss of death at a wedding.
Yeah, you don't want to be at the mercy of the caterer getting their hot food out. And like first dance, right? They're like, we want to do our whole first dance by ourselves. I'm like, okay, did you choreograph something? They're like, no, but we really love each other. And I go, let me tell you, you do not understand how long 4 minutes is. It is a fucking eternity when you are standing out there on the dance floor, just the two of you, and you've got 100 or 200 of your friends standing, staring at you. Believe me, after the first minute, you will want people to join you, and I need an excuse to fill the dance floor.
It's like when you see on the schedule 30 minutes for best man and father of the bride toast. I'm like, do you know how long it is? A 30-minute, 15 minutes if there's 2 people doing speeches. After 60 seconds, somebody's going to put the hook on your dad. I'm sorry, because we've got to get him out of there. Let's move on.
Right. And if the answer is, I know my dad's going to talk long, and I know the best man is going to talk long, my answer is, okay, as soon as that last entree goes down, that's when we start the best man speech.
Totally, 100%. Let people be eating. Don't overlap events that don't need to have individual or independent time slots at your wedding. Exactly. Yeah, we're both on the same page. Whether I get paid or not is yet to be determined because it depends on how much of a stink I put up at this wedding. And now, look, I'm anticipating everything's going to go great just because I know I'm going to go with the flow. But I may not want to do an event with this company again if I find that I'm not in sync with, look, I know it's great money, but at the same time, I want to make money and enjoy myself, not to be like, what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? And I listened to the band. The band was the same band that I saw on New Year's Eve at the beginning of the year. So I know it's a great band and I know they play continuous music. I'm just really curious how they orchestrate an event. And it's at like the highest brow country club in Santa Barbara. Also.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Santa Barbara. I mean, Santa Barbara is fucking high.
Yeah. Ojai is nice, but Santa Barbara is like next level Ojai. Right? So it's in Oprah's town. The country club overlooks the Pacific Ocean. I mean,
Jesus. That's insane.
I'm so excited about just the venue itself.
Yeah.
They send the rules ahead of time, of course. No alcohol. No don't be on your cell phone.
Oh yeah, come on,
don't go through don't go through the whatever buffet or served meal. Yeah. Don't eat any of the client's food. I'm like, no worries at all. I am planning on standing there in my black shirt and black pants and black tie and black jacket the entire time. I will stand there still. I promise you, you won't get any trouble out of me. I just want it to be a great event, not because I want to impress these folks, but because I want the bride and groom to really enjoy it. They got one shot at this.
Of course. So you've seen the schedule and you're not happy with it?
No, I haven't seen the individual, like, here's when the meal is coming out. The only schedule I see is when they need me and when I'm taking a break because the band is playing and then when I'm coming back on again. So I don't really have anything to do with the meal service or anything, cake cutting, none of that. But intros, and toasts I do, and then I pick up again at the after party. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Are we ready for our voicemails?
Oh, that's right. We have voicemails.
We do have a couple of voicemails
All right,
here.
let's do it.
All right, let me get all the right buttons here. Share that and share the sound and do that. And I think this is probably on the wrong side.
As importantly, did anything? Oh God. Okay, I'll tell you this later. I'll tell you this after the voicemail. I'll wait till the pause in between the voicemail.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say you're not gonna wait till after the voicemail. You're gonna just
I'll
fucking
this
do it
really-
as soon as the music is done.
Yes, I got it.
Of
I
course.
can't be that out of character. Let's go.
Of course.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
I haven't yet discussed the entertainment on the cruise.
Oh yeah, I'm
meant to
dying.
do
I
that.
forgot to ask about that.
So,
Because there's like
you know-
shows and bands and shit,
right. They have all sorts of variety entertainment. They have magicians, and they have like theatrical performances, and then they have solo artists doing the things. One of the nights they had a vocal impersonator, and this was a guy that absolutely knew the crowd because he was playing to an audience that was basically 70 to 90 years old. With some people in their 60s and maybe a few younger. But on one of them, he says, "Okay, I'm going to bring up a topic here that some of you may know. How many of you remember Johnny Carson and Karnak?"
Oh my God, no!
I
He
threw
really
my hands
did
up in
that.
the air, and I'm like, "Oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever!" So
Yeah, you and everybody else in the audience probably.
everybody in the audience, of course, knew Karnak, except for the people right there in the front row who were the youngest people there. So he was totally making fun and ripping on the people in the front row. So he says, "I only have one problem. There's only one of me here, and I don't have Ed McMahon."
No.
So he said, and I'm like, fuck, I'm up in the balcony. There's no way, even if I yell, he's going to call on me because I'm like, I want to be Ed McMahon. So he didn't call on me. He called on somebody else that didn't have any idea who Karnak was. He said, all I need you to do is I'm going to say, I'm holding in my hand envelope number 1. And all I want you to do is repeat those words exactly. The guy fucking couldn't get it. It took him to like envelope number 7 just to figure out what that was all about. And then he said, I'm going to give you the answer. So he says, name, 3 ways, 3 musketeers, and 3 beers. And then all Ed McMahon had to do was repeat 3 ways, 3 musketeers, and 3 beers. And he couldn't fucking get it. So it was almost just as funny as the answers that Karnak was giving as the guy just fucking up the entire time. But he played Karnak, and that was really good. A lot of other really good entertainment. They had one like Cirque du Soleil act that they had to keep postponing because the ship was rocking
The ship
so
was rocking
much
too much. It makes sense.
that they couldn't get, the guys like doing handstands and, and balancing other people and juggling knives.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah, crazy shit.
can't fucking do that. I wonder if they could put the stage on some sort of gyroscope where the stage would kind of just stay
Wow.
level as I don't know how that would work though.
That's an interesting thought. I think it'd be ridiculously expensive. Did
Yeah.
you ever see Danny Gans?
Yeah,
in
Danny
Las
Gans is
Vegas?
great.
Okay.
Yeah, he died,
Danny
didn't he?
Gans. He did die. This was a guy, for those of you that don't know, he did impressions, but he was a Vegas
so-
guy. He had a
so
Vegas
good.
show for a long time, and he was
good.
super, super fucking talented. But what year did you see him? I guess you probably, it was on a
It was 4-star trips.
So it would have been like late 90s, right? Maybe 2000
yeah,
or so.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
Okay. Do you remember the impressions that he was doing, like the singers and the actors and stuff?
What didn't he do like Billy Crystal? And I mean, I don't remember, but he was like fucking awesome.
He was incredibly talented, but I remember even in like 2000, right? His most recent artist, like he
Right.
did one that was Creed. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And so that was probably 10 years old at the time, maybe, right? Like outside of Creed, The next most recent impression he did was fucking Paul Lynde from the Hollywood Squares.
Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, like those guys.
Stevie Wonder, fucking like Lionel Richie. Like he was so good, but I'm like, you got to do an artist that their last hit was at least 10 years ago, not 30 years ago. Yeah.
He died at the age of 52 from a toxic reaction to pain medication. What the fuck?
Dude, he fucking OD'd.
Oh.
Toxic. I mean, I'm guessing. I didn't know the man. I don't know the history, but I remember when he died relatively young, and he was like, he was doing 52. His shows.
Right.
It was like, oh yeah, it was a fucking OD or something. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. All right,
but what did you see any they do Broadway shows on the ships?
Yeah,
right?
so they did one of the performers, I'm trying to remember how she did it. She did like an ABBA tribute. So she did a whole bunch of ABBA medleys, and in another night she did her.
But wait a minute, this is one performer, not like a troupe, not like a show.
Right. She said, I know it's going to sound a little weird because there were 4 people in ABBA and I'm only one person, but I really like ABBA, so I'm going to do a tribute to ABBA. She did a really good job, except all of the other, the melody didn't necessarily fit in there. Let me think about this. Who did I think they did. I don't know if they did any Broadway stuff.
But so there was no ensemble show with 10 or 12 people.
There may have been. I didn't go to every show. Maybe that was one that I either missed or was drinking heavily that day or something. I don't really remember. I don't think that there was a Les Mis, Cats, and a chorus doing that part. And they did have a great orchestra though. Holy shit. And there was 3 people in their brass section. They had they had strings, they had a drummer, they had the music director, kind of like your average David Letterman, Johnny Carson type of orchestra.
Okay, cool.
But nothing huge.
Okay. We ready for voicemail?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go.
Hey, Jared. Jared here. So,
hey, Jared
I'm
here.
listening to the episode, and I thought, I just needed to call in and tell you how awesome you are, and I really enjoy listening to you.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on. I think that this is Jared leaving a message thinking that Jared was going to be on the show.
Oh my God, I think you're right. He was thinking that he's going to be on the show, and so he's leaving a voicemail for him being on the show.
All right, so can you go back now that we know that? Can you go back? Let's make it make sense.
Now it makes a little more sense, I think. Yeah, here we go.
Hey, Jared. Jared here.
Yeah.
So, I'm listening to the episode, and I thought, I just needed to call in and tell you how awesome you are, and I really enjoy listening to you today, and your voicemails are great. Not to mention the theme song, but I had to call and share that with you and make sure you heard that because, doggone it, thank you. And I guess, hey, rest of you guys, you guys are good too. So, just want to make sure Jared knew that he's the best. Oh, shoot. Hopefully I made it onto the episode. If not, this is going to be really awkward.
Yeah.
Well,
Feel
if
that.
I'm not there, it's not awkward for me. It's just awkward for you guys. So sucks to be you, too, fellas and ladies and whoever else happens to be there. Strick, I know you'll be there.
Yeah.
Doug, who knows what part of the ocean you're in.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
Appreciate you. Love the show. Bye.
Now I know exactly what Jared meant when he texted me. He's like, oh, damn, that voicemail I left is going to be really embarrassing now.
Now I'm super curious what happened to Jared because he even had the foresight. I think he fully intended to be on the episode. I don't know what happened.
Tim did also. Tim was specifically saying he was going to come on and Montreal Maurice and
geez, that would have
shit
been a great.
happens. It's
that would have been a hell of a good episode.
I know.
I mean, the episode with you and Sally and Emily was at least the part that I listened to, the 10 or 15 minutes I listened to. It was great. I just don't know what happened to the other episode.
That's okay. And Erica said she was coming on too, and it's okay. I am not going to
understand.
guilt any of those people because it's all good. We appreciate everyone.
You
anyway.
know, indirectly, whatever the reason was, Strick, for none of those people to show up, you know, ultimately it was your fault, right? You
Well,
do know,
that's
you
fine.
do know
Whatever.
that,
I'll
right?
take responsibility.
You
Whatever.
take the heat. You've got big shoulders. You can handle the burden.
Whatever. I don't care.
Okay,
Here we go.
let's get to the next
Voicemail
one. Yeah.
number 2.
Hey, Strick. Hey, maybe Doug, maybe somebody else, maybe nobody. I don't
I'm here.
know. I don't know when you're coming back, Doug. But if you're back, hi. If it's somebody else, hi. Yeah, glad to be listening to you. Strick, you did a throwback episode. Dude, I am so sorry. I already texted you that I fucking missed it. I was pissed, and now listening to the episode, I'm even more pissed because nobody showed up. I thought, man, hopefully somebody at least. I didn't even think it would be a no-show from everybody. I just thought my dumbass was the only one that forgot, and Tim mentioned he forgot. Anyways, once again, in public, apologies, my friend. But you're doing this throwback episode. Holy shit, you went, well, I guess you can't say you went really deep, but you went pretty deep. In the voicemails that I left, I was referencing the Incredible Hulk thing, picture that my daughter had made. Almost like a collage type thing where she put different pieces of paper to create the Hulk and the taxi. And well, anyways, I mentioned at the time of that call, she was 13 years old. Dude, she just turned 19 last month.
Damn.
So this has been a minute ago. So you went digging. Now here's my question. Did you intentionally pick this one out, or did you do like a big old random grab? So I'm really curious. I want to know how you picked it, if you don't mind sharing. All right, fellas, possibly fellas, maybe ladies, I don't even know. Appreciate you guys, love the show, and I got to get back to this episode. I'm enjoying it, even though I've already heard it. See you guys.
Yeah, I looked through our old episodes.
Right.
And I was looking for ones that had a lot of, I specifically said I don't want to get one that was like a year or two ago. I want at least
Right.
3 or 4 years ago.
Right.
And ones that had more downloads. And then just looking at the titles and some of the descriptions of something that looked interesting. So did I actually go back and listen to any chunks of it? No, fuck no.
So when I know you had a classic rewind, but it was 6 years old.
Yeah, it was probably, well, I feel like it was during COVID. So I thought it was more like 4 years old, but I could be
Okay.
wrong.
All right. Well, that's really interesting. But Jared was referenced, or Jared's daughter was referenced in the episode itself, which is really cool too. Because
Yeah.
Jared, you've been listening a very long time, and I know you've been listening for well more than 4 years, as has many people that are in our audience, even the ones we haven't heard from.
And speaking Paul Morena, I was doing my intro last week, and I was like bringing up all of the people that are our regular Funkin' fans that we love, and I was like, at Patient Zero, and like I was like, fuck, his name went right out of my head. I'm like, and he even lived near us. He was in Maryland, and he just happened to find us, and I couldn't remember his fucking name. Paul Morena, miss you, buddy. Sorry, I remember your name last week.
I think actually while I was away on my cruise, I think I got a message from Sean Carpenter. So Sean, thank you for leaving me. And Sean is a regular texter and an actual physical card writer for both me and Strickland. So
And
Sean,
it's
thank
always
you for
appreciated when I get a handwritten card from Sean Carpenter.
Agreed. Okay, what else do we have to talk about? I mean, I feel like we have so much ground that we have covered, but there's still so much ground to go. And I came up with I could give you a truck update. I still, even 3 weeks after being on my cruise, I still don't have either one of my trucks back yet.
What, they're both in the shop?
They're still in the shop. I'm still waiting for some parts to come in. I had the Minty Fresh. I had the engine rebuilt and also the transmission rebuilt. So there's no fucking way I'm going to make any money on that truck. So I'm going to hold on to that one. The second one is appearing, Kermit the Beast is appearing to be almost down the same avenue that Minty Fresh. That had to do a major engine overhaul, not a complete rebuild, but major engine work. And so I probably won't be making any money on that truck either. So that first one, it was like, you ever go to a casino, you sit down at a table, you win immediately, and you say, oh my God, this is great. Why isn't everybody gambling? And then you realize a month later when you've got your house on second mortgage because you've lost all the money at the casino tables. That's kind of how I feel with these trucks. That first truck was a lure to try to get me. It was the dealer just giving me a little bump just to say, hey, you're going to like this. You're going to like this. Come closer. Fucking A. These trucks
exactly.
I'm not going to make any money on either truck.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that. But you're having fun playing with them and putting them back together.
I am having a lot of fun. Actually, right before we were recording today, I was there helping them like do some of the buttoning up the engine, putting some of the carb stuff in there, doing all the other things. I just am curious if these things are fucking going to run after I get them. They better, after putting the money that I'm putting into them, they better fucking run. But
no doubt.
I'm just waiting. You know. TikTok. Okay, we've gone long enough today. We are about at an hour. And so let's wrap up here. And we will see you guys again. I think, let's see, next week, as of the recording of this, next week is actually Thanksgiving. Excuse me. So we need to, we're going to have to maybe record early next week because we can't record on Thanksgiving.
I mean, we could, but I'm okay doing it the day before.
No, I'm sorry. I can't record on Thanksgiving. So
what do you got going on?
You got another
Thanksgiving plans?
Yeah. So this episode is coming out tomorrow. So, meaning tomorrow, Friday, the week before Thanksgiving. So do we talk about Thanksgiving like it has passed yet?
I guess next week we'll have to talk about Thanksgiving as if it has passed already.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to have to record Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday next week. Well, if it's okay with you, Strick, I'd like to record, but I'd like to record on the day other than Thanksgiving.
Okay by me?
I'll be serving the homeless people food, just so you know.
Yes, you're very thoughtful. I'll be smoking a turkey with my smoker here.
I saw that. Vera had sent me a picture of was that a chicken or a turkey that she sent?
Turkey breast. We got like a 3-pound or whatever it was, just boneless turkey breast. Fucking. I will never buy deli meat ever again. I'm just gonna fucking smoke turkey here.
Was it the greatest or what?
Oh my God. It's
and how long did it take? I'm really curious. 3 pounds of turkey.
2.5 hours or something. It was not that long.
And did you do it at like 225, 250?
Yeah, 225, and it was so fucking tasty.
Wrapped or not wrapped? Sorry, I got a lot of questions.
Not wrapped.
Okay, not wrapped. Yeah. Just on there. And did you spray like apple cider vinegar on it, or did you do any seasoning?
I think I put some oil. Like I went and checked on it like an hour in and put some olive oil so it didn't dry. The skin didn't dry out, but that was about it. Didn't do anything else.
All right.
We put a rub on it, but
I've yet to do poultry on the smoker, and it sounds like your experience has been really great with chicken and turkey.
Dude, we've done whole chickens and we've done turkeys. Oh my God, it's so fucking good.
And it sounds like Vera is totally into the whole smoking idea too.
Oh yeah. Like we bought, like I said, like a 3-pound boneless turkey breast, and so it was like $4 or $5 a pound or something. Instead of deli meat that's like $11 or $12 or $13 a pound, and it was so much better than. Oh my God, it was delicious.
Oh yeah, or going to a barbecue restaurant and paying $20 for that same turkey breast that you for one serving that 100%. You got like 10 servings out of. I'm sure.
100%.
Well, excellent. Well, I'm going to have to try that. So we'll see you guys again next week prior to Thanksgiving. We are going to be recording, so our next episode will be coming out on the Friday after Thanksgiving. Same as normal. You enjoy us with your family. Make sure that you don't have any small kids, because I'm sure we're going to drop the F-bomb that day too.
Well, if we record early, maybe I'll have it released on Thanksgiving, a day early.
Kind of like Charlie Brown. Just kind of
Exactly, because people need something to do after they finish their Thanksgiving turkey, right?
Yeah, tryptophan and the nice guys. I love it. This will work. Okay. In the meantime, Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For Doug Strickland, the Nice Guys on Business podcast, I'm Steve O'Brien. Yo, bartender, Jobo needs a refill.